What is that? Wow. That sounded like an oral sound. Wow. Greetings. Wow. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. That is amazing. What a gift. All right, I think this is almost becoming a thing. It's a bit of an archy looking tree right there. I'm right at the beginning of the trail that I'm about to go down today. And then here, it's an interesting sort of break. And then above it is like the top still hanging there. You see that two parts right there? That's pretty cool. So I'll just take you, looks a bit archy through there, hard to tell. But I'll take you in the beginning here. Off on another hike to see what we find. Another beautiful day. I hope I'm not rubbing it in to anyone. Look at that. Very cool. I'm just trying to cultivate gratitude by talking about how nice it is out, not rub it in or anything like that. Had plenty of days in crappy weather myself. Kind of looks like a little, maybe a creek down there. There's like a off trail, like a side trail here. Oh, okay. Oh, it's pretty cool. It's like an open little, oh, prickers. Let's see what this is. Wow, it's like a room. It's just really open compared to that. Very cool. There's something in there I gotta go check out though. It's really cool looking. Here I am in this like room. I don't know what was, maybe this was a water body or something. Body of water. That's what I wanted to see from up there. It looked really cool. It's kind of the way these couple trees are all entangled with each other, sort of. Look at that, it's like an old arch. Right here is quite a little break. It's a beauty, a broken tree right there. Pretty cool, cool start. Got some taps there, I don't know if maybe there's a woodpecker. Don't know. Going on the theme of one of my recent captures where it's like a little arch in front of a big arch. This almost makes me wonder if it could be a small version of that. Pretty cool. Certainly looks like a glyph. All right, so where I am now in the Midwest is a forest where I actually know more than one person with experiences in this. Some of them would call this forest a very active area, a hot spot. So in this case, I'm not really wondering if there will be anything here, but rather what I might find. Where do they live? I don't know. Certainly they might just pass through, and that's when people have experiences. But this is definitely considered a very active area, and gotta see what I find. I'm not really attached to finding stuff too much. I mean, of course I'd love to, but I'm perfectly happy with just a simple hike and nothing else. But we'll see. Never know. I know some people watch these videos and see stuff I can't see, and that's cool too. I love hearing what people see. I'm always just learning from people like that, and it's all just very fascinating. Yeah, it must have been like a body of water. That's still kind of open through there to my left. Maybe it's a big river or something when it rains a lot. Quite a bit of wildlife sounds here right now. Very cool. I'm in looks to be a bit of a holler. It's like a ridge to the left and a ridge to the right where I'm looking, and it's kind of open here. And this way it's kind of similar, or it's just kind of open. I'm looking on the ground there because it looks a bit moist. Beautiful forest. See some sticks kind of stacked up against that tree center screen there. I'm also noticing that what I was just looking at from this angle looks like an arch with a limb or a tree leaning on it. Nice and sunny, beautiful day, pretty calm, very calm. There's a light breeze here. Nowhere else really. It seems to be kind of coming from that, so maybe it's like a cool draft kind of coming down the holler on the low ground. Tall break, a little ways up the trail right there. That's quite a ways up. Not a huge tree. Again, center screen, just kind of watch it as I go by. You can just kind of see the light colored wood where it was broken. Zoom a little bit and see if we see anything on it. Like if it's twisted or anything. Oh, I just missed the woodpecker sound. Let's see if it does it again. Literally right when I hit record. 15 minutes into this hike, slightly out of breath here. The whole thing has been uphill, but we have a beautiful arch right there, just off the trail, and some other stuff going on there. Oops, just trying to block the sun. Interesting break. It kind of looks a bit twisted. Yeah. And a lot of the bark is missing on this one. Bit of a vantage point. What was that? That was a neat sound. I don't know what that was. Listening for people. Now I don't want to stop recording. You know how that works. Oh well. Like a little mini X. I'm gonna record for a minute without saying anything, try to walk quietly in case that sound happens again. I actually heard something land and run. I don't know what it could have been. Definitely sounded heavier than a squirrel. Seeing some trees kind of stacked. I'm gonna take a peek at that. I mean, it looks like from here. Actually, no, there's it's like another trail there. It looks like they probably just cleared brush out of the way of that. Cool here. Trails there, and then there's sort of a ridge up above it that goes around it. Very cool. This is kind of like the other side of that holler, which is that way. It's clear through right there. Big tree caught in the fork of that one. It's interesting. We're going down. Probably means we'll be going back uphill again, but I'll take the downhill. Definitely been working on my cardio, but kind of light. Kind of cool there. I like to take it easy, enjoy it. Don't really push too hard. I just make tiny little adjustments as I go, and next thing you know, I'm running faster and further than I thought I would. Kinda looks like a bit of an arch wrapped around the third tree, I think, right here. Yeah, look at that. That sure looks like an arch. Old. But yeah. Now that was a squirrel or chipmunk. If you heard that. Down there somewhere. It's like an X down there. Center screen. That center screen is clearly twisted from over here. Interesting group of limbs right here. They're interestingly placed limb right there. Break through there. Center screen is where the break is, and some other limbs kind of crisscrossing over it. Beautiful. The wildlife really quieted down, at least around here. I'm going at a decent pace on this one because this trail's a couple miles and I'm kind of looking at the map and stuff and deciding if I want to try to do the whole thing. So about my halfway time, uprooted tree, I will make a decision. But for now, I'm just kind of at a quicker pace than I usually like to hike at. Just heard something, but might have been like a squirrel because I think I heard some little pitter-patter footsteps. But I'm also getting a little cardio, so it's really a win-win. Big tree across the trail here, huh? It makes you wonder if there was any intentionality behind that. What was it? Look at that break right there. About center screen there. Nice arch right there. Ooh, almost walked by this one too. There's two right here in this frame. Kind of looks like one center screen there with a limb leaning on it. But yeah, there's that broken tree. Kind of staying on it so you can see it. Well, a little break, going back downhill again. Different kind of break. That looks a bit structure-y right there to me. Pretty cool. Even those limbs through that tree there too. Yeah, look at how that's curved, bent, that one. See a little ways down this ravine, holler. Pretty cool. It's kind of steep on either side of this. Break right there, center screen. And from the side, that huge tree kind of looks curved. I don't know if it was just like that, but it's kind of cool that that break is right next to it. And there's a bit of a shallow curve to that one. Center screen right there. With some movement, I'm gonna see if I can capture it. Might be a squirrel, deer, I don't know. It's definitely getting kind of cool in here as we get a little further. Look at the way that goes between those two. Right there. This, would have loved to heard this. Gosh. Right across the path. It doesn't look too old. Has not been stormy around here. Interesting how that limb is there. I'm taking some time to just be quiet and listen as I walk and stuff. Try to change it up a little. I try to think of what different things I could do for someone, especially people who just watch these, to just kind of vicariously go on a hike with me. Oh man. Wow. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but I think you can now. Man. it's clear right below it. I think I'm gonna go back that way to the trail. With nothing but respect for this beautiful piece of work. Directly below it now. Look at that. I think there's someone pretty tall around here. Makes me want to just film in the vicinity of that amazing piece of work right there. Kind of opens up, sort of. There's the structure, and then just through there. Try not to go off on too many tangents, but it's tempting. Just a little further. This definitely feels like an interesting area. That tree fall and that break right next to it. Makes you wonder about that tree fall. Seeing that break right there. At least it makes me wonder. A lot of conjecture. As I've said in the past, I believe they can push a tree like that over. There's a hawk, is it? I don't know. Oh. A little tapping. Be a woodpecker. It looks like this tree has gotten woodpeckered. Yeah, it sounds like a woodpecker up there. I'm just gonna put this out there. One day, I would love to record a tree like this falling in the daylight. Look at that interesting break center screen there. And then the way that one is. Huh. Pretty cool. More huge root balls. That one actually had a tree fall on top of it, it looks like. Possibly, unless that's part of this one. And there's another one over there. Huh. A lot of firewood. There's another tree root ball. Looks like that one went back that way. Or maybe, I don't know. It's a lot of trees in one spot with a lot that are still standing. Makes you wonder. Go to another ravine on the other side, and there's another one facing these over there. course, I love trees too. I hope no trees unnecessarily perished. I love them. They give us oxygen. And from what I understand, there's so much more to trees, including energy. It's just something I hear about. I don't really know what to make of it, but along the lines of stuff like earthing and grounding, which I was talking about in the last video. If you haven't heard of that, check it out. The most basic way that a lot of people do it is just walk barefoot on the earth, but it's a lot of benefits that doctors have actually studied and looked at the results. Really fascinating. Leaning tree here is pretty interesting because it's got that leaning stick there, but then the way those are crisscrossed right there. That's cool. It's like they took the top of that and put it there. What I can tell in this little section of forest, I'm about as far away from roads as I can get. Oh, look at that. Ooh. What was that? I don't know. So yeah, we're pretty much out in it. You know, a couple miles or so away from stuff. Not too far. Or a mile, I don't know. Not like way out, but it's pretty cool. The way that sun shines through there, that's cool. You see the sunbeam. Look at those angles right there. Funny how there's one going one way, one going the other way. Looks like they both meet where that tree splits. I've already gotten that other big arch. I might be very tempted to go down and look at that one. Look at that monster arch. Can you see that? Right there. Wow. That's a big one. Still looking at that one straight down. See it right there. There's this, which is pretty close. Oh, look at how those are all stacked. Look at that. Another one of these. But the clearest shot of that one I'm able to get from here. Beautiful. And a couple more trees pushed over or blown over. I don't know. If there was that much wind force to blow those over, would all these other ones be standing? And I'm not even asking that like I know the answer for sure, but it's something I wonder. I figured I would just pose that question. I'm leaning towards the possibility of them having been pushed. I can't say for sure though. It is funny how they go sideways on a hill instead of down it like that one. That's downhill. Up this ridge, just like this random clearing, makes me wonder about this ground here. Is there any reason that this is clear like this of trees? Interesting the way that all these trees are leaning. It does. Huh. These limbs just perched up there. On this log. Kind of cool. Look at that. Pretty cool break right there, center screen. Looks interesting there. That's pretty cool. There's another one where they're kind of both directions. It's kind of like the last video, the thumbnail. Look at that right kind of center screen, the tree at the angle. Like an A shape. Huh. Like a teepee. A second ago, the one I was looking at that angle kind of crisscrosses with another one. Looks even more cool from a little further away or further down. That looks like a big X. And the arch right there in front of it. Kind of makes you think maybe that X was intentional. That arch there. Mr. Turtle. thank you for letting me see you. Even if it wasn't intentional, thank you, universe. Look at that beautiful design on the back, huh? Look at that. What is that? Look at that. How does Mother Nature do this stuff? And why? Looks very purposeful. Thank you, turtle. Section of a trail like this, where obviously vehicle traffic looks like it goes, so I am going to help this guy cross. I can only imagine I'm walking away and see a car go past me, so there we go. There you go, buddy. Hope that helped. Enjoy. Blessings to you. Hard to see, but center screen, behind those trees, there's a huge arch. Let me just see if I can, actually, it's right there. It's a little more open. You can kind of see it just to the left of this, right there. Look at that. Huge. That's massive. Massive. Wow. Very cool. Sort of like a pull off right here, and an arch right across it. Almost looks like an arch down the end of it too, sticking, going straight out. Look at that. No more parking there. I mean, I guess you could. You have to push it up though. Well, I hustled a bit, and I'm right on time where I'd want to be. It's getting a little darker. It's always an interesting time of day. Start seeing deer and stuff like that at this time. Once in a while, I'll sort of sneak up on a deer. Oh, there's an amazing looking like X down there. Look at that. Wow. That is cool. You can see it's quite a vantage point. You can see across and a bit through there. That's the way we're going. Kind of looks like a massive bend straight through there. Hard to tell. Put that right there. Realized the trail was gonna snake back this way, but that's it. Definitely looks like a bend. It's a branch just hanging up there. And then kind of cool down the bottom of it. With that vine and stuff. And over this way, looks pretty cool. Interesting break right there. You can see a break in the distance about center screen there. Those ones are interesting that are like 15 feet up, really thick trees. The trail's kind of zigzagging back and forth, going downhill. I'm not looking forward to what that probably indicates, which is going back uphill. But it's all good. I've had a pretty relaxing last part of this hike. So cool. Just cool looking. That moss and stuff. All sorts of trees fell up there. right here. Wide open here. Never know what we will see or hear in this. But everyone who lives here, I'm sure, is fully aware. Some might be making themselves vulnerable by putting themselves in wide open spaces. Looking at those broken trees. That's pretty high up there and decently steep. I'd probably be zonked if I ran up that. Because this is like straight ahead. You can kind of see the angle of it there. Goes right up. Who knows what could be tucked away watching me up there. This is the direction I'm going. That's where I just came from. Another couple in that same A-shaped formation. Kind of seems a bit like a pattern, possibly. Pretty cool. That just does not look natural. You can see they're all through the Y of that tree, too. Amazing bird sounds. Hopefully hear them again. They were just going. Maybe they heard me, or maybe I scared them. Oh, they're right up here. Looks like a structure there. Look at that. Huh. Wow. I was hoping to hear the bird sounds again, but this will do. Oh, there they are. It's like a couple, sounds like a woodpecker. Or Knox, I don't know. A couple more from up there. Wishbone on that. Oh, and then I didn't really have perspective from the other angle, but look at this. It's kind of A-shaped again. That is cool. An interestingly placed tree. Horizontal up there. Trying to determine what's holding that up. What is holding that up? I am a little baffled. It looks like that tiny little joint, center screen there. That looks like a bit of a balancing act to me. A tree landing like that, I don't see happening. Look at the end of it there, how it meets that. That looks like one of the roots. Kind of like an X right there. Oh, look at that. That right there, it's kind of interesting to that sort of A-shaped, almost like theme. Both meeting at a Y of a tree. It's like a perfect X. It's a nice bird whistle sound. You know, part of me wishes I could just sit here for 2-3 hours after the sun goes down and listen, just down here away from it all, and then just teleport out of here. I don't know if I'd be much of a fan hiking out of here at that time where it's pitch black, but you just wonder what sounds you'd hear places like this, sort of like a big holler. Goes across the trail, but it's interesting. It's cool. It's a cool break right there. Look at that. It's almost twisted looking. Absolutely beautiful time of day. Wanted to capture some more of this where it's open. It's a beautiful sunlight. Kind of on a ridge, so you can see that way. And then you can see down there. That's downhill. That's straight ahead. So that's down. I know perception gets distorted with a phone. That's straight. So that's down. That goes down there. Just thinking, I don't think I've ever done a video of the same trail. Every single one of my videos is a different trail, different hike. Probably half in Florida and half in the Midwest. Pretty cool. There's so many more out there. You can see the sun hitting some of those trees. It's beautiful. See the sun through these. And then this way is down another ravine. Ridge. That's straight and that's down. You can see this. This is straight ahead, so you can see that goes down right in front of me. There's the sun. Getting closer to roads again. You can hear Harley. Nice sound. Really kind of see through there. Little ways. That's cool. I'm gonna hold the camera this way and look straight ahead to make sure I don't trip or anything, but let you guys look to the side. Massive, massive root. Wow, huge. the woodpecker call. Look at that beautiful golden sun. Somebody up in the tree there. Look at this straight ahead. To the left. Now I'm on a narrower part of the ridge where you can see down both sides. Just took a little breather on the last leg. So this is straight out and that's down. You can kind of see the angle right there. See little ways down there. Little broken tree there, and then this is the way I'm going. How cool is this? Look to the right. That's straight ahead and that's down. Trying to give perspective of the slope. So I'm on the top of a ridge. Pretty cool. It's kind of interesting. Huh. What are the chances it would just get hung up like that? There we go. Look at that. Sun's getting lower now. And I'm kind of going downhill, which is nice. Just did a few miles. Welcome rest. Probably burned a few hundred calories, I would think. Some good hills, not tons either. The middle of it was kind of flat, which was awesome. The beginning was a bit of uphill, like first 20 minutes like I talked about. Kind of zigzagging down this one. There's down there. A little bit up right there. And there's back up where I just came from. A little ways back where I just came from. I was up top of that ridge. I came down that way. You can see quite a bit. I just realized that the trail is over. Kind of caught me by surprise. Kind of ends on the road a little bit, so that is going to be the end of this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Check out these massive X's just off the road. There's one there. The other one's not as big, but look at that. There's that one straight through there. There's another one right here. Two trees crisscross. Kind of center screen right about now. There's the other one back there. That is just cool. It's like a huge arch, kind of. I do see an arch back there, but it's hard to see. Well, I couldn't really see that other arch too well, but you can't mistake this one. Like a log kind of hanging on it. Interesting how that limb up there is just hanging there. Horizontal. A couple of trees all leaning inwards. Kind of looks like an arch. There's the two big trees, and then just past the second one there. What is that? Wow. That sounded like an oral sound. Wow. Greetings. Thank you. That is amazing. What a gift.